Not.
Not live. I bet you are.
No, we are live. We are live.
Oh, we are? See? I told you.
Yes.
Are we on? Wait, on Twitch or YouTube? I
YouTube.
always forget which one we're doing. We're doing
Always
YouTube?
for the podcast. It's always going to be on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I've considered it. Like, if the Twitch thing takes off, we might switch over to that, and then we're posting it later to this.
Okay,
it's just
so
kind of
we are actually live.
Stuff.
Are we 9.8?
We are 9.8, because last one was 9.7.
Right. Okay, and audio is actually good. And that's shit. Like it.
Wait 1 second.
I like it.
Fuck.
What do you mean, wait 1 second? Why are we waiting? And why are you a Loki?
Oh, I didn't change over.
What are you gonna be doing today? What's on the plan there? What's on the agenda? You wanna go ducket farming? Because Barrow is gonna be here tomorrow.
Yes, but I have to do something really quickly. So double check audio again.
Blue screen. Fuck off.
Oh, you didn't key out your background? You're a jackass.
No, I did. Of course I did.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
I just switched mics.
Oh, okay. So you do sound a little bit lower. All right, but
So
yeah.
I will speak.
You will speak now?
I will speak
In fact,
now.
I'll do one better. I will speak now. Ha ha ha. Yeah, because this is the 10:02 drink minimum. An unfortunate console casuals production in which two jackasses have a couple drinks. Well, at least I'm having a couple drinks. I don't know if you are. I know you have to work early tomorrow. And we discuss primarily the game of Warframe, at least from the console player's perspective, as well as other console games in general that we find interesting at the time. Mostly Paragon and probably some Dark Souls. That pretty well covers our bases. Today's topics will include a crap ton... What?
Before you go on, I am Cazz, one half of the console casuals, and today I am joined by...
the guy who was announcing the fucking intro.
And today I am joined by ShotFace, the other half of the console casuals. But go ahead.
Okay, unlike last week, which I don't know if I want to speak about last week. I think I've given you my notes.
Yes, we've gone over notes, and we didn't, like, I was doing the podcast from a different venue or different...
You were doing it from
place.
Danny's living room.
Yep.
Where his lighting sucks.
Yeah, it really does. He's a fucking vampire.
Okay.
But
as I was saying, today's topics will include a great many things that happened in the dev stream last week, as well as I listened to the second stream podcast at work earlier in the week. So there's some stuff there that's interesting. And a couple of other things were covered in the most recent update dealing with the Oberon patch. There was actually some sneaky stuff thrown in that patch that's going to be coming down the pipe for us, which, as we have found out today on Primetime, players for Warframe will be probably what do you think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks out for this the alert that's actually live on PC right now.
I think they're going to
alert.
Yeah, the new ambulance ambulance event, and then
yes, the clan event.
Eventually boss fight. I think we're gonna be. Are they gonna package all of this together?
Yes, we should be getting the Chroma Deluxe, we should be getting the Oberon Revisit, and, excuse me, the Ambulance Clan event.
Yep, and updates to Captura mode and things like that. All the extra
Yes, there's a couple of those things coming down. There's a couple of small things that happened with the update that dropped today, or I think it was last night. But, there was some quality of life stuff that I noticed. And Oberon is in a really good spot if you're paying attention to how you play. Because they are very focused on the whole synergy thing. I know I saw a Reddit post about how DE needs to back off of the whole synergy thing. But actually, I'm going to defer to you. First off, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be ducket farming today? Because Barrow comes in
and because of Barrow.
Several hours?
Yep.
And so we can do that. Also, what I know I just jumped right into the fucking update, but what is it you want to discuss first? What's on your your agenda there?
Honestly, this week, I've been very busy because I did start a new job that I have to be at very fucking early. And I'm still getting my bearings there, so I haven't been as vigilant with updates and looking at Reddit and things like that. So I did just kind of want to cover the Oberon update to start with because I know that's a big thing we're going to be getting.
Yep.
I wanted to cover that first, and then possibly roll into the ambulance boss fight and rework and the event. Talk about that a little bit, and then I definitely wanted to cover what happened in some Paragon stuff. So
I think we can squeeze Paragon in the end because I think we have a lot of Warframe to cover.
Definitely.
We have a pretty decent amount because I was gone for the last 2 weeks out on a business trip essentially. And during that time, we got the update for Octavia. Now, I was proactive enough to bring my PS4 with me because I knew where I was staying I would have limited internet, so I could actually get the update and I could actually log into the servers. I just really couldn't play multiplayer, so there wasn't a whole lot you could do. Hold on one sec. All right. So yeah, I was actually able to play through it, and I can actually talk about that.
Okay.
So I would say let's go over that just real quick. My opinion, I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. I thought it had great lore implications. I thought it was delivered fairly well. The platforming spoilers, the platforming puzzle at the end is it took a second to click, but it was, you know, a really fast aha moment of this is how this is going to get done. I did make a poor decision in how I was doing it. I actually brought Nidus with only the what was it? The fist weapon.
Haruto?
Yeah, the Haruto. That's all I had was Nidus and the Haruto because I was working on my Nidus. I was putting Forma into him and really kind of cranking him up. So I went into that last mission having to do a platforming puzzle to where I had to shoot guys off of their things, and I realized that I could just do my little roundhouse kick in the air, so that's all I did was run, jump, and kick things in the face for the end of that. And I've played with Octavia. I like Octavia. I haven't put any Forma into Octavia. I haven't really mastered the Manticore. I haven't downloaded any packs or anything like that for music, even though I have some ideas. But I haven't sat down and taken my time with Octavia because I have been going... While I was away, I went over the Limbo rework, and I really got into refining my Limbo, and then refining my Nidus, and a couple of other things here and there, and putting Forma on weapons, because, again, I was playing solo, so it was a lot of leveling up new things and trying different stuff. Stuff I hadn't actually tried in a long time. So... And I think Wukong was next on my list to really get into. And I know people just use him as the cheap escape death frame, but I don't know. I think there's got to be more to it than that.
There is. There's a considerable lot more to that.
Yeah. And I know at some point I did go back and mess with my Trinity Prime and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff there. I'm probably going to hit Saren again at some point. Just... But I don't want to fall down that hole again of, you know, running around as Saren for everything.
Right. Fair enough.
And
let's get into this mission and we can get into some more topics here.
Okay, what is the mission? What are we doing specifically, real quick? It's just a capture. All right. Well, then let me grab somebody worth my time and effort. I'm gonna bring my ugly ass. Oh wait, no, that's right. I'm leveling. I'm re-leveling. I'm sorry. I am re-leveling a Rhino.
Have you seen my Octavia yet?
I don't think I have.
Okay, just off the gate, what do you think I did to my Octavia? What do you think the color scheme is?
I have no idea.
I've done it to my Helios before.
Still drawing a blank here. I'm gonna load us up here. Okay, what do we got? A thingy. I will grab... I guess... Oh, yeah, no, that. Definitely that. Grabbing that. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see your Octavia. What the shit? Are you just black and yellow?
No.
I can't really tell.
Purple.
Anyway.
It's purple.
Are we starting the timer here? What's up? Why are we not going?
Why are we not going? Oh, no, there it goes.
Okay. Alright, I had to hit the button. Okay.
It's, I RTJ'd it.
Oh. Well, no, the color's not purple, dude. It's
like a
fucking
blue, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very bright colored blue. But oh yeah, my Octavia is not bad looking. It was random and then go off of that, and I actually like it a lot. Obviously, it's got red in it, so.
Right. Fair enough.
But so let's go with I'm all caught up with everything in the game. So I was actually able to keep up, and I did actually solo the sortie damn near every day. I had a chance at the end of work every day to actually go in and do the sortie, which started me on that route of mastering frames, because I needed frames that could solo certain missions throughout this, every day.
Right.
Alright, this way. Okay,
yeah.
so we're at this point now in the game. Octavia's out on console. Everything is right with the world-ish. And, alright, should we go for the target first?
Yeah, target first.
So, the Ambulance, mission type is, set to be, or at least on track to be insert for console next week, early next week, right?
Yep.
So that gives us what? That gives us the clan event, which I am totally all about right now because the last clan event was pretty phenomenal.
Fun.
We actually had the crew on and did it, and I have seen a lot from this clan event already. Because earlier today, Rob posted a video actually running through it, and there's this whole token system thing now that I think is interesting.
Step in the right direction, definitely.
Well, I'm not sure. I appreciated what was going on with the last clan event. I don't know. I didn't see a whole lot of fault with it, but then again, not everybody's going to have their clan on to actually participate and do things. Plus, we made it in the top 10%, so I don't see any fault with something that we obviously had a pretty good grasp on. Right?
Fair enough.
But I do like the token system for individual play. That's good because I know, I'm going to start burning through it that weekend that it comes out and really go ham and try to get everything, because if there's a Noggle there, I'm going for it.
Right.
And the actual, completing the final mission as a clan is what nets you a Vandal weapon. So I'm all about that. Doing it for the clan will net us something. Just like the what is it? The Wraith, Ignis. The Ignis Wraith.
And this is the Sarpa?
No, it's the...
Supra.
What was it? The Supra. Yeah, it was the Supra.
Supra, Vandal.
Alright. Oh, we got this. We can go.
We can go.
Alright, I was just dicking around. But yeah, so that's there. There's a bunch of mods and different things, which, I'm all for collecting that stuff.
Right.
And the actual mission type is what I like. It's like when they redid the Raptor, and I love the Raptor fight, even though, I know how to cheese it. Stuff like Ash is cheese for the Raptor fight.
Right. Because the stripping of armor and all of that.
Oh, yeah. I told you, if he doesn't know where you're at and you hide up on one of the high ledges, you get close to him, hit him with the Legion a couple times, invised. Yeah, he was level 100 in the sortie for the assassination. He did not like that at all. Genuine animosity. But, yeah, so I'm all for the token system. I think it's a positive. I don't know if it's, I don't really have any reservations about it, honestly. I don't think that there's anything bad with it. I think, it's universally viewed as something positive, from what I can gather. I don't see anybody saying anything negative about it right now, because I don't know that there's a downside just yet, but I don't know the.
I actually made this.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know the actual.
Hold on.
It sounds like Dirty Vegas.
I kind of went with a very funk style theme for it. And this is my more heavy
house
metal
music
stuff.
ish. But yeah, so I don't know the particulars of the token system, other than like my concern is Rathum.
Right.
That's really my only concern, is the balancing for, you having to do so much in one, tier of mission to get enough tokens to go fight the main boss, which this has very much of that, but it's clan-based, so the clan has to get to a certain point to unlock the final mission.
Right. Fuck.
And for us, it's not actually that high. Why are you bleeding out? Why are you not getting on the thing? Come on.
Yeah.
We're
no,
done.
I've
We're
been
done.
just fucking around listening to my music because I really like this track. I'm actually very
Jesus
proud of this
Christ.
track.
Will you hurry the hell on? We don't need your music right now. We're in the middle of discussing things, okay? You want mine.
I already have one of yours.
This is for ducats, man.
They're both rare.
Okay. But, yeah, so, like, that's my only concern is that if it bears any semblance to Rathum. I don't think that it does, but like, it doesn't seem like it's gone that route. I think because they've even adjusted the values for Rathum.
Right.
In a recent update. So, I think they have genuinely learned a considerable amount.
True.
So, it looks like this is just, like you said, it's a step in the right direction. I think it's not necessarily, I think the direction was okay for the most part, but I didn't think that they needed to go any further. Them doing this is that much better.
Well, yeah, it really honestly takes out a lot of the RNG of the prize pool, which I do like. It's a very big step for Warframe in general.
Yeah.
Because normally Warframe is very RNG based, and it always really has been. And I'm not saying it's not anymore. I'm just saying how they're structuring this, and how they're specifically doing this as how they're specifically doing this new style of reward system for events, because we haven't had that many events in a long time. Like, granted, we've had one a little while back, but that was the first one in a very long time we've had.
Oh yeah, and two events got pulled and put into the was it the, oh my god, I can't remember. The friggin', not the syndicates, the evasions. Yeah, the what is it? The Razorback and the Fomorian both got put into invasions, and we haven't seen either of them in almost a year.
I think the last one we saw was
right now the Razorback is ahead, sure, but the Razorback is only at halfway.
Yeah.
And it's been months.
So what I'm seeing from them is they want to turn those into a year event. It is an event that happens once per year, and it fluctuates a little bit, but it only is, they put it at such a rate of, because anybody who doesn't know, these specific events are now tied to the invasion system, which when you side with somebody in the invasion system and you do their 3 missions to get whatever the reward is, you push that tick a little farther. And so but with the ratio and how much you push it for each one, they've done it in an attempt to make it a yearly thing. We're going to be, as a community, hard pressed to do it more than once a year.
See, I get that, but I think it should be halved. I think it should be sped up a little bit, because the prize pool for both of those isn't so dramatic. Like, so with the prize pool not being as phenomenal and epic, unless they do change the prize pools, and they haven't told anybody.
Well, they haven't said anything because they haven't occurred again.
Well, no, when the update came out, they should have stated that, hey, there's probably something special here. And I didn't see anything in the patch notes, and you know me, I've been religious about reading the patch notes when they drop. I don't remember everything from them, but I read the crap out of the patch notes. I look for those little tiny things, you know, like, oh, hey, you know, this one fucking tiny insignificant thing was fixed, and, you know, it'll be the thing that makes my day.
Right.
But, yeah, so those two events, which are, you know, those are community events.
Right.
So, I get that they have to be drawn out to get to them. Yeah, I got it. Yep. I get that they have to be drawn out. But my hope is that, because they've been working on this whole clan event system and the
Nemesis system.
The Nemesis system coming up and all stuff like that.
It's not really the Nemesis system. It's something else.
No, but yeah.
Something close.
It's their Kingpin thing that they're doing. They've had it in the planning stages for a long time. So my hope is that those will be far more frequent to supplement for between the two, because if the Fomorian and the Razorback are an annual thing that are community wide and everything else is clan based and smaller, then you have a higher frequency of doing some more, I don't know, nuanced or interesting missions. So I think they were probably thinking that we would either as a community get to them quicker, or they knew that this was going to be the case because they had something they were working on to fill the void.
Right. No
But my hope is that the Kingpin system and all the clan stuff coming out will fill that void a little bit better.
Because there is kind of that feeling of something's missing from the game, especially for like long-term players. Because I can remember where there was a fucking event happening every month.
Yeah, like,
something was always going on.
We did the Fomorian, like, what, twice in 4 months?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't get the one part of the Imperator, and then we got it on the next run, when the Fomorian came back around, yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, we're good. Let's get out of here.
I
don't want to waste any time. Oh, you don't have it? All right.
No, I need one more.
Okay.
God damn it.
But, yeah, so, like...
There it is.
I think they have taken a considerable amount of time to get this in place, but my hope is that that wait is going to be worth it, because what they fill the gaps with will be more frequent, more fulfilling. Because what they have on the horizon is fulfilling. It sounds impressive. Like, I love the ideas that are coming down for this whole Kingpin system and the way they're doing events now and things like that. So...
And, yeah,
the Fomorian and the Razorback have been around for fucking ever, so...
Yeah.
Like,
and the Fomorian is honestly a great way for newer players to farm Endo. Endo now. Used to be...
Endo now.
You used to farm transmute cores there. Gold transmute cores.
Oh, yeah.
Which we haven't actually seen any... we haven't seen one since they changed out the Endo system, have we? We don't know what the transfer rate's going to be.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that'd be something interesting to see.
That's going to be very interesting. If it does come back around and... Oh, wow. Take mine. Yeah.
Wait, no, I need the same systems.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. But with the Endo in place now instead of cores, the conversion rate. Like, I haven't done the math on the conversion in a long time, not since, we switched over.
Right.
But that could be poised to be an Endo farm location when it drops. And the fucked up thing here is that the Razorback is ahead. And the Razorback is the far more annoying one. The Fomorian is super easy and can be just, farmed for days.
Right.
Like, we did that just to farm it.
Yeah, honestly, for a while, yeah. Because you get 5-stack cores for completing it.
So, like, and that was the low-tier thing. Like, the high-tier thing was one of the Arcwing weapon parts, which are now accessible in so many, like in the syndicates and shit like that. So the Arcwing weapon parts are taken out. Not the Imperator Vandal, because it's a Vandal weapon. So I get that would be connected to that. Go ahead and load us up again. So, what did the Razorback have? What was the Razorback's special thing? I don't remember what the loot pool was in there.
Was that no, that wasn't a Wraith weapon, was it?
I don't believe it was.
I can't remember.
Oh man, yeah. I don't remember. Because I know we got the Twin Wraith Vipers from one of the old events too. First Wraith weapon was the Viper, or the dual Vipers.
It was so bad. They were so bad.
They still are. Okay. Oh, hey, real quick. Yeah, my Rhino is a 25 now.
Oh yeah, and that giant fuck you of like, hey, here's a ribbon. Okay, I'm gonna open it. It is for a Viper.
Yeah, a Viper.
Suck.
What do I have on?
So, I mean, that's honestly where I'm sitting with that, and I do like that they are trying. Like, it seems like this year as a whole for DE is, for their development, they're taking a step back and doing a little bit more reserved, and this might be something that they're trying now, based off of what happened with the War Within. They're being a bit more reserved with stuff. They're taking a little bit more time.
Well, yeah, they've stated that. That's been a big deal for them, is to not speak out too soon.
Right.
about any given thing because the community gets ravenous.
Mm-hmm. We really
And
do.
it's
We
like
chew
the
through
second
content.
you say, hey, we're not putting this out anytime soon, everybody acts like you pissed in their fucking Cheerios because
Yeah,
they're
pretty
amped
much.
about something that they don't actually know anything about yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I didn't set the timer.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. I got us loaded up
Mhm.
here. So what was the other thing I wanted to touch on with
Oh,
that
the
specifically?
overall rework. We need to cover that.
Well,
too.
no, there was something else connected to the clan event stuff. Never mind. I'll remember it.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah, okay, so Oberon. I am not an Obi main. I never really cared about him. I've never seen Oberon be like the most effective thing ever.
We
which,
always give John shit because when he was first starting out.
So real
the
quick,
first-
our
Okay, go ahead.
buddy John, when he first got into Warframe, he wanted a healer type because that's what John plays in all of our MMOs that we've ever played. He's been a cleric, he's been shaman, he's been anything that can be support essentially. And when he saw Oberon, he knew Oberon to be the paladin frame, the healer who can do amazing things and all this stuff. And he was not aware of the state of Oberon.
He was
so
thinking
fresh- he
Paladin
was so fresh
of
to me.
every other game, not Paladin
Yeah.
in Warframe. Because granted,
Yeah,
he was still
and-
pretty early when he saw it.
Yeah, and he didn't ask us, or anybody else really,
Just
for that matter,
straight up
hey, yeah. Instead of like saying, hey, is this guy good, he just went out of his way and was like, screw it, I'm spending the money. And he did spend the money, and now we give him relentless shit because of it.
Hey, I got an Oberon! I got a full Oberon that run!
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got an Oberon chassis, guys!
And I think for weeks following that, we waypointed Oberon parts when they dropped on the map.
Yep.
But
It
yeah,
was
so
pretty funny.
but now with the rework, or stop killing, let them change. With the rework, it looks like Oberon might be the frame that John wanted.
yeah.
It looks like Oberon might be worth a fuck. He's got great synergy. He's got great survivability. I mean, as long as you're playing attentively, he'll be fine.
Yeah. I think he would be. He plays enough now to be engaging to keep John's attention. Because that's the biggest thing I've noticed. He kind of falls off on some. Like even he loves Valkyr, but he also recognizes that when he plays Valkyr, he gets bored.
Yeah. Playing
Because-
the fucking survivability frames can be tedious. Which is why people... I think that's the reason people are going to the synergy frames, is because playing a synergy frame is more fun. It's more engaging. It's like I said, when I first got into Siren Prime after her slight rework, I lost my shit because it's like, oh my god, I have to use all this stuff in conjunction and line up everything I'm doing, and that makes sense. Then you look at, all the people that were made after the fact.
Right.
Every
And-
frame has some form of synergy. Since Siren Prime, they've really doubled down on it.
Which
And they've
makes for
even
more
gone back and
engaging gameplay.
reworked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've reworked, Limbo, they've reworked Oberon now, and they've touched a couple of other frames just for the shits and giggles of it, and they've given them synergistic properties. So, I mean, some frames there's no point in really fucking with them too much.
Yeah.
But
some of them are just
wait,
gonna
no,
stay.
mine.
Why?
Higher tier.
Carrier Prime is a
Wait,
bronze.
is it? Oh, it is a bronze. Yeah, never mind. Alright.
Well
But yeah,
yeah.
so Oberon is... It looks like Oberon's in a good spot. Now, they did say that they were going to give the weekend, and we are well after the weekend. We are into the week, and Oberon has had... I think he had one hotfix to fix one issue with the UI not displaying something correctly.
Buffs, yeah.
And then there was another touch-up to one, I think his first ability. They adjusted the damage on it.
They also
or something like
adjusted
that?
the slight...
The brightness of his carpet.
Yeah, his holy ground or something like that.
Hollowed ground? Is it
Hollowed ground. Yeah, hollowed ground.
Alright. So yeah, so I was watching Rob's videos. I watched Rob's videos the last couple days, when him playing Oberon, just to kind of like really get into the headspace of playing Oberon and seeing what it's about. And you know, he's very positive about the whole thing and his outlook and shit like that, and that's fine. It did make me take Oberon into consideration for play. Once this new update comes out for him, I am curious to get my hands on him to see where he's really at. But I don't know that they're going to touch him again because nothing has been announced.
Right.
I think they are contented with where he's at. At least for the time being.
I think what they tried to do and what they accomplished, granted, this may not be what the community thought they were going to do, but what they set out to do and what they accomplished, from my perspective, seeing the update without, granted, this is console side, we haven't got the update yet, so we haven't had a hands-on. But from everything I'm seeing, he fits a new role. He has a place. And Rob hinted on this in a couple of his videos of, no, he doesn't have the healing of Nidus. No, he doesn't have the healing of Inaros. No, he doesn't have the healing of Trinity. But he has a different style of healing. He has a very passive style healing. He juggles his powers a little bit more now. He has many more balls to keep in the air at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got much more stuff.
I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I genuinely dig that. The idea of, you know, having to engage with your frame, like I said. So, I think he's in a good direction. They may have to balance numbers again or something like that. I don't know that that's going to be too big an issue. He looks like he's in a great spot. Even the power concerns that people were having, because now he's a power-hungry frame. He's very thirsty for energy, which is fine, but that can be circumvented with a lot of things.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a guy who runs around with pizzas.
You can do pizzas,
it's very rare that
you can do a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, the arcanes are one thing. You know, you can supplement stuff with a big flow or rage. The combination of the two is fucking amazing. It always is. And Xeneric obviously is, you know, like a super easy thing to do. I have Xeneric on just about all of my hungry frames, even ones that don't need it anymore. That's what else I wanted to talk
about. I knew I was missing something. On the dev stream, they talked about
the focus smash.
Yes, they talked about taking another look at the focus system, which we all knew they were going to do. It's literally has a giant sign on it that says beta, not finished.
Oh, come here, real quick, before we run out. I just want you to see something. I'm wearing the Wraith armor from the last one, right? Now, I have gone straight up corrupted Rhino.
Yeah.
Notice how the Wraith armor does not give a fuck.
Mine? Either.
Like...
not my skin down and not nothing.
Okay, so it's actually the added parts. I thought maybe just the Wraith armor itself, because you can't color anything Wraith. I was under the impression earlier when we were doing runs with John that, okay, so apparently Wraith armor cannot be colored for any reason whatsoever. But okay, if it's all armor, that's fine. Anyway, but yeah, the focus system. So they're doing this thing with the Smash. Now, Rebecca was on the second stream talking to Pablo, and they were talking about what's coming up with the focus system. Now, they can't discuss anything that they're doing, which this was mentioned on the dev stream, that they are... because of what's coming in some later updates that has to do with story or lore or what have you.
Cinematic Quest.
Cinematic Quest, yes. They're going to be... It's going to affect focus. And because of the mechanics that are coming into play there, they can't talk about what it is they're going to do to change focus.
Okay.
But it's all going to fit together. But focus is getting a change. Let it go.
Please.
Shush. Give it up.
You weren't there when they announced it. You don't know.
I was there when they announced it. And I am the only person you know who's a grown-ass man who loves wearing scarves. Okay? I own several.
You say to the guy wearing a scarf. Wearing the only in-game scarf we got.
You get some tattered bullshit hanging off your back. That's what you got.
Really? You don't like it?
No, I dig it. I don't think it animates well, but I dig it. I like it. Yeah,
it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
Well, I do need the Forma. Fuck. Dude, I have a couple of weapons that need work. God damn it. That and I did just get Atlas finally. I went and farmed Atlas while I was away.
Fair enough.
So I'm not going to break down and buy Equinox ever. I'm going to farm her. I needed that one part for I don't know how goddamn long.
Honestly,
I should break down and go do that.
And that should be something
anyway.
I do want to mention this on the stream. The entire reason me and ShotFace are doing this is because of an experience that I went through playing. And this was back when I was doing all of this on my personal YouTube channel, and I just made a video. And it was me fucking around trying to get Equinox and farming up Equinox. I did over 100 runs on Tyler Regular. And I put together this dumb video, and it was funny, and I enjoyed it, and I put it out, and it actually got traction. Like, a lot of people watched it and thought it was funny, and like even now, people still comment on that video because it's fun. And it was just fun, and that really kind of snowballed into this. And granted, I haven't been doing nearly as much now, but I've been trying to get back to it. I just need to get my schedule down again and actually find the time for it. And more of that is going to come. I still want to do the joking how to farms, just the running through the boss fights and fucking pointing out plot holes and making jokes. But yeah, like Equinox is still really bad, really fucking bad.
Yeah, the RJ and it's really just Equinox because you have to get essentially 2 frames from one guy.
Well, more
so
than
the
that.
loot pool is complete shit. Well, you have to get both the frames, which
you get the day aspect, the night aspect.
Yeah,
all
you
of
have
the
to
day
get both
stuff,
of those
all
entirely.
of the night stuff, and then her blueprint.
So instead of there being what is it? It's like a 6-piece, what is it? A 6-item loot pool,
Loot table,
essentially from one boss. Yeah, a 6-item loot table. It's a 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's ridiculous. It's like above 10.
Yeah,
items
and
in
on
a
top
loot
of that,
pool.
that's not all the stuff that he drops. He drops like secondary mods.
That's what I'm saying. His
so
entirety of
dumb.
the loot pool, because Equinox is 9 different parts. When you consider both the day and the night aspect, and then you have to get the Equinox blueprint to put them together.
Right.
Which requires to have them fully built. Which, so
it's kind of absurd. But let's go ahead and move on to, or we did the Oberon rework, right? Okay. And we got about another 15 minutes here, so I do want to discuss what's going on in Paragon currently.
Wait,
Because
do we have everything down for the Warframe here? Or
Yeah,
are
mostly.
are we super double triply good? I keep
did
thinking
we
there's
miss
one more
anything?
thing I wanted to discuss. I keep
we
thinking
talked
there's one more
about
thing.
the Octavia quest, Octavia. Tenno-jin.
Tenno-jin. Yeah, so got my Frost. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Alright, done.
Hitsu-san's Frost
topic.
came in.
Yeah, the Emperor Frost skin came in with the last Tenno-jin haul, so that's all I've ever wanted. Well,
actually, I'm gonna go grab my
all I've-
Tenno-jin item. I'm gonna go grab the
all
one
I've
thing I
ever-
wanted.
all I've ever wanted was a badass skin for Frost, and I got the Grax. And then when I knew the Grax was coming to console, I saw Hitsu-san's Emperor on PC, and then that was all I ever wanted. That's how that went.
You are never sated. You are never happy.
No, I mean, I have the Harka, and I like the Harka setup. It's just not compared to the Emperor. The Emperor is gorgeous.
Right.
It is ridiculous, and I mean, the second I found out Hitsu-san was doing a Frost, I lost my shit because the Zephyr skin is one of my favorite in the entire game.
That was his
I think
first
the
one.
Zephyr Hitsu-san, yeah, it's one of the most beautiful fucking things in this game.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I really wanted from this round of Tenno-jin was the Wukong helmet.
I like that Wukong helmet. Like I said, I'm not a big Wukong guy, but I dig that Wukong helmet for sure.
And just, I painted it up. It looks super fucking anime-esque. It's great. I'm totally in love with it. But yeah, I believe that was the last thing we need to talk about because we covered Octavia, now Tenno-jin, Ambulance rework, Oberon rework, a few of the things on the dev streams, second stream podcast.
Oh, that's what it was. Real quick.
Okay.
Shield gating confirmed.
Yes. Shield gating. Which
Which
shield gating Volt just became fucking OP as shit.
Well, maybe because
Depending
they
on how
talked
they
about
do
it.
it, if they do a soft gate
They
or a
talked
hard
about
gate.
it on the. They talked about it on the second stream. They did talk about it, and they said they have to look at a lot of stuff with certain characters, and even with it, you know, it's still not going to be king. Redirection is not going to be the best mod ever, because some frames are really just not going to benefit from it, and I'm not just talking about like Nidus and frickin' Inaros. But it's probably still a long ways off, honestly.
I could easily see that, but also like those guys aren't going to become any less viable because of shield gating.
Oh
That's
no,
not
God
gonna be
no.
a thing.
They're still going to be the tankiest of frames. Right?
It's just you can do
top
certain
tier tanks.
things. It opens up new ideas for people who play Volt like me, like top tier guys who or upper veterans who like playing Volt like I do. I love playing Volt, but on some of the really high level shit, I honestly just can't take him. He doesn't tank. He can't take the hits.
Mag, right?
True.
Like you look at frames like that, like they will benefit from shield gating, but they've also discussed that shield gating doesn't necessarily, you know, make the world fucking turn because you have so many damage types that circumvent shields.
Right. Exactly.
They
And that's my
know
biggest
this,
issue right now.
And I mean, you're not gonna throw a redirection on fucking Chroma
Right.
with shield gating because you don't want that. You want that damage to go to your health so you can increase your damage output. Like that's Chroma.
Honestly,
I'm stuck on
and
a tree.
shield gating is another reason that I'm super happy that Oberon got his rework and became much more viable. John can start playing him as a healer, and his Hollow Ground removes status effects and makes you, while you're standing on it, immune to status effects.
Yes.
So that would remove my one issue as Volt. And that would be so great. So
Oh,
running as a
we
crew.
should be getting the new augments, like the Inaros one. That should be coming in the update too.
True.
Just reminded me of that, because that Inaros one pretty well just says fuck you to any type of status, including knockback and knockdown.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't get knocked down anymore. I can't wait to put it in my build.
But yeah, that's, I mean, if there's anything else you can remember, that should be all
that
of
is
our Warframe stuff.
all. I think that's really it. Shield gating was the thing that I wanted to fucking just bring, just because I love the idea of it. I think it, even if it's not like, even if it doesn't make every frame fucking god tier or anything like that,
Right.
if it's just, you know, it's kind of neat, especially for new players to have that. It's a good buffer. I think mechanically it just makes sense, because what is the point of having these two separate stats if
one of them is pretty much irrelevant.
one of them becomes irrelevant, or two, all the damage can just transfers from one to the next without any problem. Like, I never understood why, if, you know, I have 420 shield, 720 fucking health, I take 500 damage, you know, I'm gonna be missing health on top of fucking my shields being completely gone. Like,
Switch.
I never understood that, because it's what is it? It's a given mechanic in other video games. It's an understood mechanic in any game where you've had a shield. Your shield is gone. You're not going to take immediate damage off of that last hit that made your shield go away.
You get hit with a rocket in Halo, you are not gonna, well,
no, that's different.
soft gating, yeah. But like
That's soft gating. Yeah.
You get punched in the face with a tiny bit of shield, you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna take the rest of your shield and put you in the red.
Yeah. So I appreciate it as a mechanic because I've seen it in other games and I'm used to it. So I think it's a welcome change. It's not gonna flip the script on the game and how it's played right now necessarily. Right. Oh, that was the other thing. God damn it! I just remembered it again because shield gating reminded me. Harrow.
Oh,
I knew we had a lot of stuff. I knew we had a lot of stuff because there's so much in the fucking dev stream. Harrow. So, we kind of touched on this when they first announced him at the prior dev stream.
Yeah, which he didn't have a name then. He didn't have anything.
He didn't have a name then, but it's going to be the Darker Quest. You know, I guess a more
Edgelord of Edgelords.
Yeah, a darker tone essentially is really what it comes down to. For the quest, it's going to come from the supreme edgelords themselves, the Red Veil. So, you know, what the fuck ever.